in order for you to have the true muscle fiber stimulation on your body. Fat loss equals weight loss, not weight loss. Weight loss equals muscle loss. Body shape is the person's responsibility, but the body type is what your mama gave you.
Everyone's different. Everyone's unique to their DNA. 85% of what you eat, you said it's even a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, good morning. Happy Sunday, and welcome to Fit Over 50. I am Doug Jeffrey, and welcome to our fitness platform. And let me bring in my my brother from another mother, my punctilious partner of salubrious activities.
Hey, what's
Tony
up?
Hill.
Yes.
Good morning.
You know, I just finished my little training this morning, man. I'm ready to rock and roll. I heard we got a really good guest, man.
Yeah, we do, man. And once again, folks, if you're just joining us for the first time, this platform is all about sharing and giving back. We are all so unique and special to our DNA, and we just want to share. This is an open forum talking about health, mental health, just overall fitness. You want that. You want to feel good. You want to wake up, and you want longevity in life. Fit over 50, or as I like to say, my New Jersey roots, fit over 50. So, without further ado, let's bring our guest on.
Yes.
Stan, good morning.
All right, Stan. Good morning, sir.
Stan Edwards, everybody, welcome
Thank
Stan
you.
Edwards to the house. Welcome.
Yes.
Happy Sunday, sir.
Morning. It's good to be here. Good to see you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's a privilege. Thank you.
So, for everybody, I know Stan from the gym, from Gold's Gym. I've been going there. I moved to Los Angeles in 1993. I don't know when we met, but we're gym rats. It's just like
we are.
every day. It's like brushing your teeth. And 75 years old.
Wow.
God bless you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
He looks
Everybody
good,
should be
too.
on the Game of Thrones, like he should be some king or something. Because men at that age, I mean, they start, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's so important. And you have to stay active. You have to keep moving. You have to do those things. And we all have problems. We go through life. Stan, knee replacement, heart attack. So what's your secret, Stan? I'm turning this platform over to you, Ariel. Let's give Stan a bigger screen so we can see that lovely man's smile on his face. Let's share, man. That's what it's all about.
Oh, man. So listen, really, probably the biggest lesson that just keeps repeating itself to me is the only thing that I have any control over ever in life on a daily basis is my attitude and my effort. And when I turned 75 in December, a buddy said, "So, wow, you're 75. How do you feel?" I said, "I feel like I'm 37 and I think like I'm 18. So that's the attitude. Exactly.
That's a good one right there.
And, I was approached by a couple buddies that we both know at the gym when I turned 70, and they said, Stan, you need to go on social media. I think I was already on Facebook, and I had reunited with some friends, and that was fun.
That's a foreign thing.
But you need to go on social media because I said, that's not me. That's not I don't picture me doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they convinced me to do it. And I said, if you show me what to do and how to do this, I'll do it. I'll try it. And I am having a blast. I've been on Instagram now for a few years, I guess. And when they said to me, you could be an inspiration and help people, that's what got my attention, because a lot of my life is an attitude of service, not only to other guys to other men, but to my family, to my wife, my daughters. I'm nuts about my wife. We met 40 years ago, and I'll tell you right now, I'm 75. I'm 11 years older than she is. That chick walks in a room, she's got my attention.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's what it's about.
Hey, I ain't even got to man. What that mean?
What does it mean?
I said, no, I don't have to guess what that means, Stan.
Oh, yeah, right.
that
I feel really. I'm sorry. What's that?
No, go ahead. But the quality of life at that age, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And we really want to, as I said, advise and edify. How do you start? So you told me you started working out when you were 11.
Yeah, I got my first set of weights when I was 11 years old. And I worked out at home. When I was about 11 and a half, I got hit by a car. I was on a bicycle. I got really close to dying. And so when coming back from that, it was a really long rehab. And I kept getting put in corrective PE classes, which was essentially weightlifting and handball. And I loved it.
Wow.
And, so from there, I had developed a really severe scoliosis, and I had to go, and that kept me in corrective PE. And I just stayed with it. I liked the way it made me feel. I liked the way it made me look. I just continued. There would be periods of time where I would not be at the gym, or I would not go. There were years, like especially when I was on the road in the 70s driving tours, I wasn't anywhere near a gym. And I was just out there for a few years developing my story.
Yeah. So let's go back. So,
Yeah.
So you started working out at 11, and then you told us before we got on air, you worked for, let's go back. So you were on tours for rock and roll bands?
Okay, I was. But prior to that, I loved motion. I loved driving a car. When I was 16, 17 years old, I got my first car. Wasn't the best car.
What was it?
It was a 53 Chevy, and it was my car. And it took me from point A to point B. It was the.
I wish you had a picture of that to pop up there. Everybody remembers their first car.
Yeah.
Tony, your first car?
It was 1965 Canary yellow Ford Fairlane station wagon.
I
bought it for $150.
Yeah.
69 baby blue Javelin.
Man, you guys had the nice cars. I had the family car. Okay, go ahead.
But I love driving, so I got my Class A driver's license, and I started after I did a lot of years of driving in town here, driving trucks. I was tagged to be a partner on an 18-wheeler. We couldn't have been better suited. This guy was he was a recovering heroin addict on methadone, and he needed somebody like him to be his partner. And I'm a recovering addict. I've been in recovery over 36 years. So at the time,
man, God bless you.
At this time, I was nowhere near recovery.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like we were kind of perfect for each other in that way. I can only handle about a year or two of that. And then a buddy of mine who was a drummer in a band who were not happy with their bus drivers asked me if I would want to drive their bus. And I was.
Who was it? Who did you drive for?
The first band was England Dan and John Ford Coley. And I was out with them. I went out with them a couple times, but I was with, Willie Nelson, Van Halen.
Oh my God, man. You got stories.
Oh yeah.
Which,
and they're going to be, book. And they're in the book.
You're writing a book.
I'm writing a book.
Coming out. What's it
called? Don't forget, it's called My Bus, My Rules.
Wow.
There you go.
I can't wait to read some of those stories, man.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot wait.
Yeah, so let's touch on because this platform's Fit Over 50. We want to stay healthy, and it's not only physical health, it's mental health. And addiction is a societal disease in our country, world today. So take us down the road of being. How did it start, and how were you able to move on and beat it and get to where you are today?
For me, it started. It was peer pressure. It was being a part of. It was really simple. I mean, I can't really say, hey, my mom and dad were addicts, alcoholics. That would not be accurate. But to be a part of the group of guys I was hanging with, I would just happen to be the one guy who every weekend would drink with them and throw up. It was like I didn't know anybody else who was doing that. And every Friday night before we would go out and drink, I was with a buddy whose mom would make us tacos. We'd have these tacos. We'd be together. We'd go meet our buddies. We'd drink. I'd throw up. So after weeks and months of this, I went to my buddy and I said, dude, I can't eat those tacos anymore. And I continued, the drinking and the throwing up. And then I had a couple of pals like off to the side who turned me on to pot. And I never was really much, I couldn't stand it, quite frankly. But I kept it a secret from my other buddies. So I would smoke a little bit and then I would just nurse a beer and not throw up. And it seemed to work.
No, you were able to, you found something.
Yeah.
It was an enabler. You could stay on that and keep doing that.
And then I just kind of slid into some pills and barbiturates, and I did those for years, and coupled with cocaine. And I was everything. I want to tell you, everything worked for me. I was functioning. I never got caught. I never, ever got caught. As a matter of fact, the first page of my book will have on it, I was never sober driving a tour. I never drove a tour as a sober dude, ever.
Wow.
I functioned. All the risks I took were calculated. I was pretty much, I kind of like looked before I leapt, but there were times I was a lucky dude. I was very lucky.
Yeah. It's obviously the higher power, man. Someone's watching over you. There's
exactly.
a purpose for you. So
when I got sober in 86, August 22nd of 86, prior to that, my wife and I, we were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. And when I first met her, she had 30 days. She was 24 years old. She had 30 days. I had none, and I didn't want any. And so we were out together, drinking and using for a couple of years. And we got sober. And, it was a couple of rocky. It was rocky. But look, the beautiful part of this is we hung in.
Yeah.
We have a remarkable daughter together. She's 31 years old. I pinch myself every day. I really do. I mean, I wake up every morning. Wake up every morning grateful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Listen, when I had my heart attack, which was a little over 11 years ago, I was laying down to take a nap. I had already worked out. I'd been to a meeting. I had to work late that night. I knew that. It was noon. I'm laying down for a nap, and I started having like really mild chest pains. Felt like I had to burp. And then I burped, and then the feeling would go away. And it was this ebb and flow a few times to the point where then it got pretty intense. And the first person I called was my wife. And when I went to talk to her, nothing came out. Sounds, but no words could come out.
Wow.
So she just hung up and called 911. And to show you the level of denial that I was living in while I'm having this freaking heart attack, the paramedics were at the door. And I was alone. No one was home with me yet. And it had subsided. I didn't have this feeling. This pain was gone. So when I entered the door, and there's these 6 paramedics, and they go, "Are you the patient?" And I said, "Well, I don't know."
Do you think I'm having a heart attack?
He says, the lead guy says, "Is anybody else here?" And I said, "No." He says, "Sit down." So they hooked me up, and he said to me, he says, "You're having a major heart attack right now.
Wow.
We're going to take you to St. Joe's." And as I'm on the gurney going out to the ambulance, I still didn't believe I was having a heart attack. I couldn't believe I was going through my front door on a gurney, and I just screamed, "Oh, fuck," like really loud.
Wow.
I was angry. I was scared. And this guy leans into me. The lead guy leans in and says, "What's going on?" And I said to him, "If you lived your life the way I live mine, you'd be pissed off now too. So he said he hooks me up in the ambulance and the nitroglycerin's not working. And he said, Stan, the nitroglycerin is not working. I'm going to have to give you morphine. And I said, I love morphine. And then he explained everything to me. He says, listen, where we're going to St. Joe's, he said, there's going to be about 10 people in this room. He laid everything out for me. And that's exactly the way it happened. It didn't happen any other way. So what he gave me the gift of peace of mind, because when I got in that room, as much denial as I was in that I'm having this heart attack, I'm counting the people, 2, 3, 4. Looking around.
Wow.
And then the doctor, I saw the doctor talking to my wife, and he came over to me after, and he said, I'm going to tell you what I just told your wife. Had you fallen asleep, you would have died.
Wow.
Because it's called the Widowmaker.
Yes.
You've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next morning, I'm in the hospital. I'm in the hospital bed. I'm sobbing. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm reflecting on my gratitude, on my life, everybody, how great it is.
Yes.
And when I'm talking to God, I just have this really easy, comfortable relationship with God. And I said, dude, are you even paying attention? And he said to me, are you?
Wow.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Point taken. So if you mind me interjecting. So prior to that, were you into fitness? You started at 11? What were you eating? What were you doing? Were you taking care of the temple given to you?
Exactly. And great question, because I was eating pretty clean. I mean, I was at 60, I competed in this before and after thing at Gold's, and I came in first in Los Angeles.
That's right. I remember that.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Congrats. I totally forgot about that. What a lovely little challenge that Gold's Gym was putting on.
Yeah.
There was a before and after where they took a photo of you. They gave you a period of time. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. That was really challenging and fun. But that's pretty much like dieting. I mean,
yes. Right.
Yeah. So I'm not doing that now, but before the heart attack, I was going to the gym, doing all my gym stuff, working. I discovered, when I asked the doctor, I said, how'd this happen? Why? I mean, I explained to him what I'm explaining to you. He says, this blockage started 40 years ago because this is genetic.
Wow.
It's a genetic component.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm on a lot of meds. I mean, I'm on, heart meds and cholesterol, and maintain my numbers are great. My panels are great. Yeah.
Wow, what a story!
Yeah.
Man, hey, I got a question for you, Stan. Hey, what is your day like eating? What is that? Say you wake up in the morning. Well, it's Sunday morning, but yesterday, what do you eat in a day?
Well, I don't eat anything before my workout, and then in the car I have 3 hard-boiled eggs and an orange, and I just kind of like use that. I'll eat that for I'm running my errands, and so it's easy. That's an easy thing to eat in the car.
But if I could point out, you're 75.
Yeah.
You get up, you look like a tree. I mean, you're huge shoulders, huge arms. And a lot of people your age, I mean, they don't have that presence. Not only you talking to you, the vitality, your brain. So it's so important that you really do take care of the temple, and it all starts with what you eat, and you have to move. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly. So I pretty much try to stay at about 2,000 calories. If you're counting calories,
right.
I eat a lot of chicken. I like fish. I do eat some beef. Vegetables, asparagus, broccoli, like I say, eggs, oatmeal. I really don't think I have that many restrictions.
Right.
Yeah, and I probably snack more than I should, but
yeah, we all do.
Okay, what's your favorite junk food?
I would have to say,
I got mine, man.
Crunchy stuff like chips.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Tony, what's yours?
Pizza.
I love pizza.
Yeah, right on.
We were just in Texas and, you know, kind of semi-vacation, and Girl Scout cookies, man. I went through a whole box of s'mores Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. But hold up. Yeah, that's another weakness of mine. I buy three cases every year.
Yeah, dude, those things are amazing, man.
Yeah.
But once again, if you are punctilious as far as the regiment, we all throw in that cheat day. You got to give yourself that little break, but consistency is always the key to success. You have to wake up. It's just like brushing your teeth. You shouldn't think about working out, and it is not a diet. It is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And here you go. Here's the X factor, if you will. We are all unique to our DNA. So what's going to work for Tony is not going to work for Doug, or it's not going to work for Stan. So awareness of your body is so important.
Correct.
I'll say that again. Awareness of the unique individuality of this beautiful creation that you are is the key factor. Tony.
We have a question. What is your favorite exercise, Stan?
I can answer that one.
We asked the question that came in. They want to know what's Stan's favorite exercise.
Tony, I can't pick just one, but I have to tell you that because I've had such, I'm riddled with arthritis. And so I've tried different things to work around it. And I've made such fast improvement. I even had the surgeon that did my knee, I was talking about my shoulder. My right shoulder's been torn in 3 places for years. And he looked at it and he says, don't let any surgeon ever tell you that your shoulder can be fixed surgically. Whatever you're doing at the gym, continue to do that.
Now that's a great time.
I mean, I could not reach up to put away a dish.
This
right here, I couldn't do that.
Stan, can you give me a bicep? This is 75, world. Show me that bicep. 75-year-old man. This is what aging and having a quality of life, beautiful family, loves his life, went through hell and back, but this man has survived. That's what it's about. You have to survive. You have to respect that temple. And those golden years are what life is all about. It's a gift from God. So respect it. You are a champion, my friend.
Yes, you are.
You know what, Doug? I feel like one. I really do. I feel like one. To Tony's question, my favorite things to do on cardio days, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have a routine where I go from rowing to ropes to slam ball, and I do about 5 rounds of those mixed in with like some very lightweight shoulder moves with like 2.5 pounders. And I'm dripping at the end of that. So for cardio exercises, the variety keeps my attention. It also allows me to make adjustments with my improvement. So for example, let's say I'm start out with the rowing machine at like 1.5 minutes. Well, I can increase it to 2 or 3 minutes, and then I can decrease the recovery time between rowing and ropes. So, it's everything I do on cardio is time stuff. With regards to weight training, I do high reps, low weight. But
that's what I do too.
Okay.
Because I used to compete in bodybuilding, and I was a competitive power lifter. I don't lift heavy anymore.
Right. Exactly.
I managed to get out of that sport without any major injuries, but I did have my share of injuries as well.
Right. I bet. Yeah.
Injuries, yeah.
So Stan, you were there's a contest that you did. Was it last year?
Yeah.
So tell everybody about this contest. This is lovely, and this is everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
You really want to find those things that that challenge you.
Yeah.
Whether the Gold's Gym Challenge, you want to, because let's face it, you go, you get in the best shape that you are. I mean, then you got to take a break. But once again, you got to you got to find a target that you want to hit. Exactly. So having this little challenge, I think, is great. So Stan, tell us about the little challenge that you really did well on.
I had listen to this. I had never done anything like this. I wanted to do something different other than the before and after. And a friend approached me at the gym, and she told me about this San Diego Senior Fitness Challenge Championship.
Okay.
there's different categories, and she was going to do like track and field, and that was like a couple weeks before my event. She only told me 3 weeks before the event, so I didn't have a lot of time to train for it. But I went online. They had 10 events.
Oh, wow.
Age categories from 50, 55, like this. Every 5 or 6 years, there's a category. There's a bracket. I was in the 75 to 79 bracket. I trained for 4 of the events in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew what my best was at training for it, and I just wanted to at least do better than that at the competition.
Right.
Well, not only did I'm giddy when I think about it. Not only did I do better there,
wow,
but I won a gold, a silver, and 2 bronze.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
So, and I didn't know I won any awards, and there was the awards ceremony, but there was this guy next to me who I'd never seen before. I knew that he was competing. He was about 85 years old.
Yeah.
Wow,
and they're giving out the awards, and this guy, he kind of nudges me with his elbow. Hey, we didn't know each other's names. He said, hey, you won an award for this one. I went, how do you know? He says, I was watching you.
Wow.
And then they called my name and I won an award.
Wow.
Goes by, there's another announcement of an event I was in, and he nudges me again. He says, oh, you're going to get another medal for this one. I said, what's your name? How do you even know this? He says, dude, I was watching you, man. So fast forward, it was a blast. I had a really good time. I did well. I'm going to do it again this year, the end of September. I got a lot of time to train for it. And so this guy, Oscar, who I trained with, said, well, what's your goal? Because I always have a goal. I have a goal every day, long-term, short-term.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah, really important. I love them. He says, what's your goal this year? I said, I'm going to do so well that the organizers are going to come up to me and say, wow, you did great. Please don't ever come back here. That's what I want.
Wow. Hey, got another question for you there, Stan.
Yeah, buddy.
When do you wake up in the morning?
Okay, so I'm up. I'm up really early. I'm up, like at 4.
That's me. That's me too.
3:30 or 4. I'm sipping a little coffee by 4:30. I'm out the door on my way to the gym at about 6:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's better than me. At 4 o'clock, I'm turning over, man. I think.
And Tony, I don't set any alarm ever.
Really?
I'm just up. I'm done sleeping. It's time to, and I love it.
What time do you go to bed, Stan? What time do you go to bed?
8, 9.
Really?
Yeah, but I try to nap. I don't nap every day, but probably 4 or 5 times a week I nap.
Yeah, that's what I learned to do is nap when I was.
That's what I had to learn.
Yeah, I lived in Europe for about 7 years, and between 12 and 1, I always take a nap. Yeah,
everybody naps in Europe. Yes,
exactly.
Yep, exactly. Wow, man. Shoot, Doug, man.
There's a
if I had somebody like that in the morning to go to the gym.
I know, I see him every morning, and once again, he probably has the cleanest car that I've ever seen. His car is always clean. I mean, I notice those things. I have a punctilious eye, and he's got the cleanest car. I'm like, damn,
hey, you still got to send that word to me. I seen it on your bowl, punctilious, whatever.
Yeah,
lubrious. Hey, Stan.
Oh, yeah,
hey, Stan. Can you figure it? Does this guy talk like this in public?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, maybe not to everybody, Tony.
Not to everybody, but
yes, he does.
When I met him on the set of Sway TV, he actually started using these words, and I'm like, see, I'm from the hood. I'm from Indiana, so I'm like,
I'm from New Jersey, man.
Hey, when he started, no, but man, I never heard these words before. I thought it was a new religion, so I told him I was.
Yeah. He does.
Stan, wow. So what would you say? I mean, as I said, I keep saying the platform is all about sharing and giving back, and it's just an open forum. We're not trying to sell anything. We're just trying to create awareness.
Right.
So what would you say? What is, it's just you put your wisdom out there.
Okay. A big discovery that I've made over the years is the more I do, the more I can do. So it's like, again, it just defaults back to attitude. It's also part of like being of service. I love being of service to my wife. I love being of service to guys I sponsor. It keeps it, the saying is, if I want to keep it, I got to give it away.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's better to give than receive.
Yeah,
because that's what life was created that way. And unfortunately, this world that we live in, it's me, and that is a societal disease. Here, I'm going to throw my words out there: cupidity over pecuniary matters, greed over money. It's not about that. It's about love.
Hey, Stan. Hey, one of the viewers, her name is Debbie Edwards. She says hunky guest.
Good morning, Debbie.
Debbie Edwards is also referred to by me as headquarters. That's my wife.
Hi, Debbie.
Good morning, Debbie. Thank you for giving us Stan and sharing his
yes,
lovely
thank you, Debbie.
stories.
He encouraged me today. Yeah,
I think one of my biggest goals is to be able to get into a place of peace of mind.
Yeah.
What is going to give me peace of mind? What's going to help me stay in the moment? I remember reading a book years ago called The Power of Now. And that was really helpful with some tools on how to get into the moment. Because that's all we have. I mean, right now for me, that exists is the three of us doing this thing right now.
That's what life is really created that way. And so many people, you can't feed the future and the past at the same time.
Right.
The present, as you said, is all that we have. And if you stay focused on that, it's amazing. And life is based on your perception, your perspective. And once again, it's all about health. And to really commit to making yourself healthy, whole, complete, you have so much more to offer, not only to your loved ones, your family, you have more to offer to this world.
Exactly.
And everything, it's awareness. And we're all about creating awareness of what you're eating. Let's face it. So many, the foods out there are so adulterated to the point they're almost poison. So that's why we always talk about read the labels.
Yes.
When the FDA came out and said, hey, we got to put every ingredient on there.
Yeah.
And, you couldn't have sugar. So the FDA went out there and said, hey, we're just going to come up with different names for sugar. Multisyllabic sesquipedalians that you can even pronounce or read. Hello, read it. You got a phone, look it up. You want something that's healthy and whole, that came from the ground, that's unprocessed, untouched. That is the secret to longevity in life.
And you know what I found out this morning? I found out that a question was asked about oat milk and almond milk. And it was rebutted by simply asking, why not eat the food?
Really, when you think about it, but it's
why not eat the food?
Eat the food.
By the time you break down the oats and the almonds, they're not oats and almonds anymore.
Yeah.
Good
point.
Yeah, it's amazing, and as I said, it's science and the convenience, and we're living in this world where everything comes so easy. Different generations. Where does food come from? McDonald's, I started growing organically.
Is he?
It's fascinating because you know how to do it and you know what you're eating. So you are what you eat, and you also are what you allow into your brain.
Exactly.
The people that are around you influence you, what you watch, what you listen to. So you have a choice to what you know, what you're allowing into this beautiful creation.
Yes.
All right, man. That was good. Boy, it's so good having Stan, man. It's a breath of fresh air, man, for me.
So
and you.
I know. When can we read this book?
Yes, when can get this book, Stan?
Okay,
what's the name of the book? Is this the book that's coming out, Stan, or is this another book? You got 2 books, I think, right?
I have 1 book.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever done this. And my goal is for it to be out and readable this year.
And the title is?
My Bus, My Rules.
Love it.
My Bus, My Rules.
My Bus.
Where can we actually get this book? Is there anywhere we can? Is there anywhere we can connect with you? We can have our audience connect with you and stuff like that.
Let's have another session, and I'll have that answer.
Yeah, when it's out, you definitely have to come back on it. We want to talk about this.
We want to talk about that.
Listen, one of my biggest, I would say, things that fueled me for this was after my heart attack. You know, I was thinking a lot of things, and I was thinking like, okay, what's my legacy? Because if I were to, what am I leaving when I'm done?
Mm-hmm.
What am I leaving my family, our kids, our grandkids? What's my legacy? And so that launched me into the book to really like. So I started writing it. Look, I've had notes on it for 40 years. I started writing it 18 months ago.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. We went to we were just in Texas. It was called the Rockstar Summit. Gentleman, he was the tour manager for Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of different books out. He wrote a book, how to write a book in 3 weeks. Fascinating guy, a lot of wonderful people. So, you know, it's game recognizes game, and you surround yourself with people that are doing things. It's amazing how quick you can start creating and getting out there and trying to make a difference. That's what's really about.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. So I know Stan has limited time. You know, he actually told me
Debbie
we can talk for like forever, man.
Yeah. So what are you going to do now, Stan, when you leave us? What's your day?
What am I going to do now? I'm going to go do some food prep. And I may I saw some dust on my car. I may have to
man, that's.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's got the cleanest car. Hey, it could be raining and the raindrops don't touch his car. It's always perfect.
I got to figure out what does it use.
A neighbor of ours would walk by and see me cleaning my car, and I do it often. I've been doing it for a long time. I have different methods. It's therapy for me. And he says, "Why do you do that so much?" And I said,
other people notice this too, obviously.
I said, it's therapy. And I said, and lately I need a lot of therapy.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of the things that I get to do that gives me joy, and I don't need approval from anybody to do it. I just like it. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. If I could just end on that, I mean, everybody has their own journey. We all go through things. And you really do have to continue to work on yourself. It's the 4 Ps. Okay? Punctilious pupil of personal progress. I'm going to say it again, the 4 Ps. Punctilious pupil of personal progress. We are all students of becoming whole. So as long as we work on ourselves every single day, you will basically become the people that we were created to be.
Ooh, that's a nice closing remark. Well, I guess, hey, Stan, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, buddy,
brother, for coming. We really appreciate you. I hope one day when I get down to LA, I can actually work out.
The next time you come.
Yeah.
We're gonna set that up too. We're gonna film that thing that we talked about with the Superman infusion.
Yeah.
That would be terrific. Yeah. In fact, hearing that just gives me POM.
What's that?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. So,
hey, Stan, I thought you was gonna put the S on the end of that.
Give us one of these, man. Before we leave. Give us the guns. Show us the guns. The gun show. 75 years old. Stan Edwards. Thank you so much. Woo-hoo!
I love it.
He's the king.
Hey,
you, Stan.
Tony, Doug, thank you so much. This has been a blast.
Pleasure, man. I told you, Stan, it would be
You
fun.
did.
You're gonna have to come back on.
Everything
I
you
can't
said
wait to see that book.
was. Yeah, everything. Great to meet
Right.
you both. I mean, well,
Appreciate you, man.
Tony and Douglas. I'll see you this week.
Gratitude, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Woo!
Okay. That was good.
That's
man.
what it's about, man. This
Yeah,
man's
it was
75 years
amazing.
old. He's an inspiration.
Yeah, especially to me, because it's like this he's the reason why I do what I do.
Yeah.
To have quality life like that, and man, and what he's went through, and there's survive a widowmaker.
And it's the thing is, it is that DNA component that you're unaware of.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why the awareness, and that's what we always champion on our platform. You have to get out there. You have to pay attention to your body.
Yeah, and we can't. We can't continue without giving thanks to our sponsors, man. Jeff Rowe Botanicals, TK Fitness.
Oh, that was fun, man.
And 41 mules.
Sets, 41 productions.
Hey, 41 mules and an acre.
What's that?
40 acres and a mule. That's not you, brother. I'm just kidding. No. 41 sets.
41 sets, 41 productions.
Exactly. So, hey, you know what? I think we should talk about, I think we have some other myths we have to close on.
Yeah.
Remember, we didn't finish. We stopped.
Where do we leave off?
Number 6.
Longer workouts are more meaningful.
Yeah, that's a myth. Yeah. That is a myth. You only need a minimum of 20 minutes, maximum of 30.
Yeah, because yesterday, I'm extremely busy. We just got back from Texas, and I'm committed. I say I'm going to get up. I'm going to do something. If I don't have time to go to the gym, I'll go out in my patio. I'll do lunges. I'll do push-ups. I'll jump rope. I'll do whatever I can, and that's the secret. And there's a maintenance where you're just trying to stay where you are, and then with Stan, you want to give yourself a goal.
Yes.
Okay, I want to compete in this. So then you up it. But as long as you're doing something,
right?
You always have to move. You have to stay active.
Exactly.
Hey, and I have tortoises. So we got another tortoise, right? And a smaller tortoise. And so I took my 92-year-old neighbor, Joan.
Yeah.
And we walked around the block yesterday with my tortoise.
You got to give us the video, man. Come on.
No, I will.
So we can see that next week, man. I know.
No, we will.
I would love to put that right. I want to start the show with that.
Okay.
Good old 50.
Longer workouts are more meaningful.
Yes, they're that's not meaningful. What's the next one? Can you target?
No.
Let me tell you why.
Why? I would I think you can.
You can, not in the beginning.
Please explain.
What happens is that when you start your exercise program, remember you have your whole body. So the best way to start is 8 weeks of your own body weight training. Once you begin to see muscles and you want to add a little muscle in certain areas, this is called training for symmetry. Then you can focus on certain areas, but you can't do that. Like, for example, you have a lady says she wants bigger butts, right? She don't want muscles on her top, so she wants bigger butts. She ends up with bigger thighs. You see, because you can't do that. You can only do that after you see a muscle, not in the beginning.
That's a very good point. It's like, I'll compare it from, 41 sets, we design, we build, we do it. It's like, doing a remodel. You got to take all the old stuff out. Then you start building back up from the ground. So you remove all the negative things that don't work. And then slowly you look in the mirror and go, what is my design? What do I want to look like?
There you go.
And then science doesn't lie.
Right.
Awareness. We're all unique. We're all different.
Right.
Paying attention to what you eat, when you eat, how much you eat.
Exactly.
All these things are very, very important.
Exactly. That's how it works, man. So no, you can't target. You can target certain areas when you see like you said, like you're looking at a set. You change everything. You put it now. You see it. You go, okay.
You can't put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So what's number 8? Nah. No. Eat more protein, exclude fat and carbs.
That's a no. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a definite no. I'm going to give you run with that one.
Yeah, because protein, I look at it, I break it down like this to people. I say protein is muscle, carbs, energy, fat is lubricant.
That's it. That's what it is.
Because your hormones and everything is in that fat. It protects your organs.
And years ago, they're saying all these high fat diets, and there's good fat and bad fat.
Right.
But that was really incorrect.
Exactly.
Because
I think that guy who did the high protein diet, Doug.
Oh, there was Atkins. There was
didn't he die of
Laura? There was all these.
He died of ketosis. Didn't he? Something where he died of something. They kept it secret though for a while.
Yeah, I mean, these things are meant to. They're not long term.
Right.
Basically, what happens is when our bodies were created, there wasn't food. You couldn't go to McDonald's or a convenience store and buy food. So the body was designed to store fat.
Right.
When you would eat, it would have it. It would build it. Then in lean times, it would then convert that to energy.
Exactly.
So that diet is okay for short-term periods.
Correct.
But long-term, no. That will age you. That will start to take you down.
And not only that, but your organs will suffer. Your liver.
Oh yeah, because when there's no more fat, dude. It starts eating muscle. It starts going into everything to energize the body.
Then you get that ketosis, man, and that's not good to have.
Well, ketosis is that they say, not 100% on this, but within 48 hours of X amount of carbohydrates, your body goes into ketosis. And
now think about people that do that more protein thing. They're doing it for 2-3 weeks, several weeks,
and it's so hard for especially red meat.
Oh yeah,
red meat and cheese are the two hardest things, I believe. And once again, open platform. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That's simple.
Yeah,
we're out here to talk.
Yeah,
and that meat is the hardest, and cheese to break down to get through your body.
Takes 72 hours for meat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not active. It's based on your peristaltic system.
Yeah.
The peristaltic system is a muscle. It's the worm-like muscle that pushes the food through. Exactly. And so many people have digestive problems, bloating, gas, heartburn. So, and a lot of it does come from the food and being overweight and being inactive.
Yep.
So that's why the cleaner, the healthier you can eat, the better you will operate.
Exactly. Yes. Okay.
So what's number 9?
We got 10 of these, right?
Yeah. More sweets equal.
Oh, I love that one. No, that's
Come
not
on.
good. Yeah. It's not good. Yeah. Some people, I get people who will eat a protein bar before they work out.
Read the label of a protein bar.
Exactly. So that's a down. What's the next one?
Detoxing to lose weight.
There's in my personal thing, detox to me means stay away from the foods that made you toxic. And I'm sure there's other ways because people do.
Yeah, I mean, there's I believe in intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I do that often.
I do too. And what that does to the body. I mean, the body's when you eat, that's what we need to have our body function. And when there's no food in there, basically the body goes into a repair mode.
Exactly.
Where it starts taking care of itself. And even there's been studies done with cancer patients with chemo and radiation. Fasting going through that actually mitigates the side effects because the body is just trying to heal. So I believe there is something to it. And just on a spiritual level too. So
yeah. Well, did we production team, did we get all the myths? Was it 10? Yes, we did it.
Perfect.
All right, Doug, man. Another Sunday, man, was good. Special thanks again to Stan.
Stan Edwards. That was a lovely conversation. Who do we have coming up next week, Tom?
I think we have. I think it's Mike Green. Mike Green from Sweden.
Oh, Sweden, and his products are
He has a tea. He actually has a herbal. He goes out into his yard. You remember? I don't know if you remember this a long time ago. Yule Gibbons.
Yeah.
He's
Who's Yule Gibbons?
He's like the Yule Gibbons from the hood.
Yule Gibbons.
He's
from the hood.
Yeah, he's a brother. He lives in Sweden, and he goes out there. He'll show you how to draw different saps from trees in his own backyard and nettles. He actually showed you nettles in his own backyard and the really good properties of nettles if you eat those. Or
what is nettles? I don't even know what nettles is.
You see what I mean? Stinging.
Wow, I don't know what it is.
You see what I mean? So he does that. He's like nature's man. And the reason I say from the hood, Yule Gibbons, because
Yule Gibbons. So next week we're gonna have Yule Gibbons from the hood. I love that.
But he was born. I think he's from New York, and he's a very good friend of Prodigal Son from the Wu-Tang. Yeah, he's a very good friend of Prodigal's, and he sent me some teas, which I'm going to try this week to detoxify your system. They're literally natural. He just got the EU approved, selling all of his stuff all over Europe.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he makes it himself.
See that and it's always anything that you eat, any information that you take in, always consider the source. Know the source.
No, you got to know the source.
Know the source.
And I hope I'm right about that. Am I right about him next week? I'm trying to get this on the screen so that we can actually.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love to learn.
Oh man, he's an amazing guy, man.
Yeah, no, that's what this is all about. I mean, I love my brain to keep going.
Let me see. So I can.
And one of the other things I want to talk about, I have a little basal cell carcinoma on my forehead, and we're going to try and get a dermatologist on to talk about the 3 different stages of skin cancer and prevention from what you can do, alternative healings, processes from red light to hyaluronic acid, combining the two synergistically from studies they're saying that work really well. So our platform, sharing and giving back, and we want to bring the science into it. We're not selling anything. We're just creating awareness.
Correct.
Awareness is the key.
And we're gonna have also a special guest. I'll keep that a secret.
Oh, really? Who's the special guest?
No, I'm gonna keep it a secret, man.
Oh, I'm excited.
I tell you, it's a she. You know her, Doug.
Oh, I do know her. Hey, so real quick. No, I got so.
Because we're gonna have an incredible audience because that time we're going to be actually talking to Europe as well.
Oh, perfect.
Especially to Turkey, to everybody all over the world. So.
Oh, wait, I'm excited. So I had mentioned the Rockstar Summit that we were at in Fort Worth, Texas. Craig Diswall.
No,
yeah.
Craig
Duswall.
Say it again.
Sorry, Craig Duswall.
I
was just corrected. I do apologize. I'm getting corrected again.
Started overselecting Bradley.
Oh. Yes, we had mentioned we were just in Fort Worth, Texas.
Right.
Sorry, we were in Fort Worth.
It's just fun. Live and uncut, y'all. Raw. Hey, reality check. There we go.
I'm sorry. I'm getting from Candace.
Hey, but you know what it looks like?
Okay, so
this is what it looks like. Hold up, Doug. It looks like this.
I know. I'm getting
it looks like you're praying. You're asking God, like.
No, I know. I am asking God. So we were in Dallas. Went to the Rockstar Summit, and Craig Duswalt.
Okay.
No, I'm butchering it. So we will. I'm gonna
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. This bloopers. This is live. So yeah. Duswalt.
We're in Dallas at the Rockstar Media Summit for Craig Duswalt.
We were in Dallas at the Rockstar Media Summit
with Craig Duswalt.
With Craig Duswalt.
Okay.
Look like, never mind.
We're gonna circle back around on
Yeah,
that. This is live, so yeah, I'm not perfect. What can I say? I try my best, and that's all that we can do in life. That's all we can do. We try our best, and I'm humbled.
So, hey, you guys, let's enjoy your Sunday. And
thank you so much for joining us here on Fit Over 50.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Sunday at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. I'm excited. That what's his name again?
Mike Green.
And what did you say? He is actually the Yul Gibbons of the hood. We're gonna have Mike Green, Yul Gibbons from the hood.
I call it hood because that brother, I've been knowing Mike Green for a long time. And I've watched him grow, and he has an amazing heart. And he has an amazing conviction for healing. And that's the key.
Yeah, that's what it's
healing.
about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So thank you guys, the audience. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
Thank you to our crew, Ariel, Shaw, and Candace. They are an amazing production team. They handle everything. They keep Doug and I in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get yelled at because I had an issue right here, so I gotta do my homework.
Okay, all right, brother.
So happy Sunday, everybody. Remember, stay fit. Fit over 50. Love you.
Work them arms, work them legs. Strong for life because hard work pays off. A hard body.